Bob Lazar, a figure who's become synonymous with the Area 51 mystery, claims to have worked on classified government projects involving extraterrestrial technology. While his claims remain highly controversial and lack scientific evidence, Lazar has shared some intriguing, albeit unverified, opinions on alien life. Imagine working on something completely beyond human comprehension. That's what Lazar alleges, claiming to have encountered technology far surpassing anything we've ever conceived. He's described encountering beings and technology that seem to operate on principles we don't yet understand. Alleging to have worked at a clandestine facility known as S4 near Area 51, where he encountered technology unlike anything we've ever seen. He describes witnessing advanced propulsion systems, spacecraft that defied the laws of physics as we understand them, and even interacting with beings that seem to possess a knowledge and understanding far beyond our own. Lazar suggests these beings might perceive reality differently, perhaps operating on principles of physics we haven't even begun to grasp. It's like stepping into a science fiction movie, encountering technology that seems to bend the very fabric of reality. While his claims remain unverified and highly controversial, Lazar's accounts have sparked a wave of speculation and debate, forcing us to question our own understanding of the universe and the possibility of life beyond Earth. Lazar's speculations, while controversial, have sparked a broader conversation about the nature of intelligence and the possibility of life beyond Earth. Do aliens perceive reality differently? Do they possess technology that defies our current understanding of physics? These are mind-bending questions that Lazar's claims have brought to the forefront, even if the answers remain elusive. According to Lazar, instead of rockets and fuel, these alien spacecraft might manipulate the very fabric of space-time itself. One Lazar suggests that the technology may involve warping space, kind of like folding a piece of paper to shorten the distance between 2 points. Think of it like this. Instead of driving a car across the country, you could simply fold the map in half, bringing your destination much closer. That's the kind of technology Lazar claims to have seen, the ability to manipulate space-time itself, allowing for instantaneous travel across vast distances. It's mind-bending to even consider, isn't it? We're talking about technology that could potentially revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Of course, these are just claims, and we have no way of verifying their truth. But they certainly spark the imagination and make us wonder about the incredible possibilities that might exist beyond the limits of our current understanding. Lazar's claims remain highly controversial and lack scientific corroboration. However, his theories have sparked a broader conversation about the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the potential implications of encountering other intelligent beings. When we imagine alien technology, our minds often jump to Hollywood. Laser beams, spaceships that defy gravity, and maybe even mind control. We picture technology that's like our own, just supercharged. But leading scientific theories suggest alien technology might operate on principles far beyond our current comprehension. Think about it. We humans rely heavily on electricity, right? We use it for everything from lighting our homes to powering our computers. But what if an alien civilization evolved on a planet with different resources, different environmental conditions? They might have developed technologies based on entirely different principles, perhaps harnessing forces we haven't even begun to understand. Imagine a civilization that evolved on a planet with abundant antimatter, a substance that, when combined with matter, releases pure energy. They might have developed propulsion systems that utilize this incredible power source, making our rockets and spaceships seem incredibly primitive in comparison. It's like comparing a horse-drawn carriage to a modern jet, a completely different level of technology. This helps us realize that alien technology might not just be a more advanced version of our own. It could be something completely different, something that operates on principles we haven't even begun to fathom. This idea is truly mind-blowing and highlights how much we still have to learn about the universe and the potential for life beyond Earth.
In November 2024, the Pentagon unveiled a report that dramatically challenged our understanding of the unknown. This groundbreaking document included hundreds of new accounts of unidentified and unexplained aerial phenomena. However, the intriguing part was that many of these sightings didn't just happen in the skies. They originated from the ocean depths. Witnesses described objects moving underwater at speeds exceeding 500 knots, approximately 575 miles per hour, far outpacing any known human-made submarine, which typically reaches around 50 knots. These objects executed maneuvers that defied our understanding of physics, such as instantaneously accelerating from complete stillness to top speed within seconds, making abrupt 180-degree turns without any visible propulsion, and diving to depths over 10,000 feet in moments. These rapid movements and extreme agility challenge the basic principles of fluid dynamics and inertia, rendering these sightings not only perplexing, but seemingly impossible with existing technology. What are these enigmatic entities, and where do they originate? Witnesses have reported objects that move underwater at speeds vastly exceeding any known human-made vehicle. They accelerate swiftly, change direction abruptly, and descend to extreme depths without any apparent means of propulsion. In some cases, these objects have been seen emerging from the ocean's surface, hovering briefly, and then either disappearing into the water or vanishing into the sky. They often display unusual shapes and colors, occasionally emitting bright lights that illuminate the darkness of the deep. During a congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena in July 2023, military personnel provided detailed accounts of these underwater encounters. Witnesses described observing orbs among groups of unidentified vessels off the US East Coast. Some of these orbs came into close proximity with military ships, raising concerns and questions about their origin and purpose. Journalist Michael Schellenberger presented a video sourced from the US Department of Defense's network, showing a white orb UFO emerging from the ocean off the coast of Kuwait. Captured from a helicopter, the footage depicts the orb moving erratically, rapidly changing direction and speed, and eventually being joined by another orb before both disappear into the water. But what could explain these phenomena? Could they be misidentified natural events, advanced technology from foreign nations, or something more extraordinary lurking beneath the surface? Some researchers propose that these sightings might be evidence of a previously unknown civilization of underwater beings. Others suggest they could be linked to advanced underwater military technology developed by other nations. However, the capabilities displayed by these objects surpass any known human technology. Why would extraterrestrials choose the ocean as their hiding place? Or do they perhaps own the ocean? Could they have inhabited the ocean before humans even existed on this planet? The ocean is vast and largely unexplored, covering over 70% of Earth's surface. We've explored less than 5% of it. Its immense pressure, darkness, and inhospitable conditions make it a challenging environment for human exploration. For beings with advanced technology, the ocean could offer the perfect sanctuary, a place to observe us without being detected, hidden in plain sight. The ocean's hostile environment, compared to the emptiness of space, might actually be more suitable for a species adapted to extreme conditions. Could the depths of our oceans, teeming with unknown ecosystems and unexplored territories, be the ideal hiding spot for extraterrestrial visitors? Is it possible that while we've been searching the stars, the true secrets have been hidden beneath our oceans all along? Could these underwater UFOs be evidence of extraterrestrial life that has been inhabiting our oceans for millennia? If so, what are their intentions? Are they observing us, studying our behaviors, or perhaps influencing events in ways we cannot comprehend? NASA, the agency spearheading the search for extraterrestrial life, officially states that there is no evidence of alien existence, yet they are actively involved in studying unidentified aerial phenomena. NASA funds and conducts extensive astrobiology research, exploring the origins of life and the potential for life in extreme environments. They have launched scientific missions like the Viking probes to Mars, the Cassini mission to Saturn, and the Kepler and James Webb Space Telescopes, all aimed at finding potentially habitable environments and evidence of life beyond Earth. Additionally, NASA established an independent UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, study team in 2022 to examine these phenomena from a scientific standpoint. The team focuses on identifying data gaps, developing data analysis strategies, and recommending future research directions. They emphasize using Earth-observing satellites and other instruments to collect data on UAPs, striving to provide scientific explanations for these mysterious occurrences. NASA advocates for transparency and collaboration, yet definitive answers remain elusive. However, allegations have emerged accusing NASA of withholding information related to extraterrestrial life. Whistleblowers like former US Navy pilot David Fravor and former US intelligence officer David Grush have come forward with claims that the government possesses evidence of extraterrestrial life and is actively concealing it from the public. These claims often involve recovered alien spacecraft and technology, as well as the reverse engineering of advanced alien tech. Conspiracy theories suggest that NASA is part of a cover-up, citing unexplained events, leaked documents, or alleged suppression of information. Some even propose the existence of a secret space program where governments develop advanced technology with the assistance of extraterrestrial beings. Could NASA be hiding truths about extraterrestrial encounters? Despite their denials and emphasis on scientific integrity, the lack of concrete evidence fuels speculation and mistrust. The idea that such monumental information is being concealed raises profound ethical and philosophical questions. Why would NASA keep significant information secret? Revealing extraterrestrial life could trigger global panic, disrupt societal structures, challenge religious beliefs, alter geopolitical dynamics, and even lead to the weaponization or an arms race with unimaginable consequences. Without transparency, we are left with more questions than answers. As sightings increase and inquiries multiply, NASA's silence on underwater anomalies becomes increasingly noticeable. Why can't they, with all their resources and expertise, clarify these mysteries? Are we prepared to confront the possibility that the oceans harbor secrets beyond our wildest imaginations? Perhaps it's time to shift our focus from the skies to the depths of our planet. The vast and largely unexplored oceans make them an ideal hiding place for advanced beings. If aliens are concealed in our oceans, what are their intentions? Are they mere observers, or do they play an active role in Earth's ecosystems? For example, a group of dolphins was once seen following an unidentified underwater object, suggesting a possible connection. The evidence is compelling, yet the answers remain submerged. Unexplained objects, credible witness accounts, and the ocean's mysteries hint at something extraordinary beneath us. As deep-sea exploration technology advances, we may one day uncover the secrets hidden in the deep.
Number 10. Black holes. Black holes are one of the universe's most fascinating and mysterious events ever, formed when massive stars collapse under their own gravity. Now this creates a region with such intense gravitational pull that not even light itself can escape. Stephen Hawking's theory of Hawking radiation suggested that black holes could eventually lose mass and then evaporate. However, if black holes don't dissipate quickly and continue to grow by consuming nearby matter, they could pose a cosmic threat. A large or nearby black hole could potentially tear apart entire solar systems, making their unpredictable nature a significant concern for astrophysicists, and of course, us here on Earth. Number 9. Gamma ray bursts. Gamma ray bursts, or GRBs, are incredibly powerful eruptions in space, releasing as much energy as the sun will emit over its entire life. Now these bursts often occur when massive stars collapse into black holes or when two neutron stars collide. Though rare, Hawking warned that a GRB occurring near Earth could strip away the ozone layer, exposing the planet to harmful ultraviolet radiation. This could lead to widespread damage to ecosystems and even mass extinction. While the likelihood of a GRB affecting Earth is low, the potential consequence makes it a serious concern in cosmic risk assessments. Number 8. Alien civilizations. The possibility of intelligent extraterrestrial life has captivated humanity for centuries, but Stephen Hawking had a unique and somewhat cautionary perspective on that matter. While he agreed that the discovery of alien civilizations was plausible, he warned that encountering them could be more dangerous than beneficial. Hawking suggested that advanced civilizations would likely have technology far beyond ours, which could make humans seem insignificant in their eyes. So in some cases, this could lead to exploitation of Earth's resources or even conflict, especially if humanity's actions were perceived as a threat to their specific way of life. He compared the potential discovery of aliens to the historical encounters between European explorers and indigenous populations, which often resulted in exploitation and violence. Now, given humanity's own history of colonization, Hawking feared that contact with aliens could lead to our civilization being overtaken entirely. While we might dream of peaceful exchanges with ET, Hawking's warning was rooted in the caution that such encounters might mirror the darker side of human history, where advanced societies have typically exploited those less advanced.
Sir, he doesn't have much time. All right, okay, finally, tell me, what is this other threat?
Number 7. Dark matter. Dark matter is a mysterious substance making up about 85% of the universe's mass. Though it doesn't emit light or energy, its gravitational effects do shape the cosmos. Stephen Hawking believed that understanding dark matter was crucial for uncovering hidden forces that govern space-time. Its nature remains unknown, and if it's interacting with visible matter in ways we don't yet grasp, Well, it could disrupt everything we know about physics. This enigma challenges our understanding of gravity, dark energy, and the future of the universe, making dark matter one of astrophysicists' greatest unsolved puzzles. Man, now I'm thinking about gravity. I'm like, what is gravity? Why are we here? What's going on?
We don't know what that is either. We call it dark energy. So if dark matter and dark energy combined make up 97% of what's going on in the universe, we have no clue what either of those are.
Number 6, solar flares. Solar flares are bursts of energy from the sun that can disrupt Earth's technology, affecting satellites, GPS, and even power grids. Stephen Hawking warned that a strong flare could cripple modern infrastructure, cause chaos, and expose astronauts to radiation. With our reliance on space-based systems, it's crucial to monitor solar activity and prepare for these extreme events, just in case. The unpredictability of solar flares means we must remain vigilant and ready for potentially devastating impacts on communication and daily life. Yeah, that means no Wi-Fi. Can't watch this video, can't give it a thumbs up, that's for sure. That'd be a pretty lousy life, right? Number 5, asteroids. Asteroids are of course a serious threat to Earth, with the potential to cause mass extinction similar to the event that wiped out the dinosaurs. While we have systems to track near-Earth objects, large asteroids could still go unnoticed. Stephen Hawking stressed the importance of developing technologies to prevent or even deflect such dangerous asteroids. It's giving Armageddon. Advancements in space exploration and monitoring are crucial for planetary defense, ensuring we can protect ourselves from future asteroid impacts. I mean, that would be the way to go, right? Just nice and quick, big asteroid, that's fine. I'd rather that than we melt slowly. Number 4, cosmic strings. Cosmic strings are hypothetical defects in space-time that could have formed during the early moments of the universe. Now, these one-dimensional objects, if they do exist, they could stretch across vast distances and cause extreme gravitational disturbances. This happens in Interstellar, how cool. Hawking warned that if cosmic strings were real, they could pose a significant threat to the fabric of space-time. Their gravitational effects could tear apart galaxies, stars, and even entire solar systems. If two cosmic strings were to collide, the resulting disturbance could create a ripple effect, potentially destabilizing everything in that path. While cosmic strings remain theoretical for now and have not been directly observed yet, the possibility that they exist mean that scientists must consider their potential effects on the stability of the universe. The search for cosmic strings continues to be a fascinating yet haunting area of study, with implications for our understanding of the universe's creation and evolution going hand in hand. Number 3, supernova. A supernova is the eruption of a massive star, releasing vast amounts of energy and matter into space. While rare, Stephen Hawking warned that if one did occur near Earth, it could have catastrophic effects. The intense radiation from a nearby supernova could alter Earth's atmosphere, increase cosmic radiation, and disrupt the magnetic field, potentially making life harder to sustain. Supernova have been linked to past mass extinctions, and their impact could radically change Earth's environment. Hawking emphasized the importance of studying supernovas to assess potential cosmic threats. Number 2, the expanding universe. The discovery that the universe is expanding, first observed by Edwin Hubble, has reshaped our understanding of cosmology. However, at the rate of which the universe is expanding is accelerating due to a mysterious force called dark energy. Hawking proposed that if this expansion continues at an ever-increasing rate, it could eventually lead to a catastrophic event called the Big Rip. Now, in this scenario, galaxies, stars, even atoms would be stretched apart by the ever-accelerating expansion. While this event is billions of years away, thankfully, Hawking's theory painted a bleak picture for the fate of the universe, suggesting that even the fabric of space-time itself could be torn apart. Number 1, the hot end of the universe. Hawking's theory of the heat demise of the universe is one of the most chilling predictions. As the universe continues to expand, it will eventually reach a state where all matter and energy are evenly distributed. Now, this state, known as thermal equilibrium, will result in the end of the process that sustains stars and life everywhere. Stars will burn out, galaxies will drift apart, and the universe will become an eternal dark and lifeless place. How lovely is that? Hawking's concept of our hot end describes a universe in which no usable energy remains, rendering it incapable, of course, of supporting life. Now, this event, though billions of years away, thankfully, underscores the inevitable conclusion that the universe will one day cease to exist as we know it, leaving behind nothing but a frozen, desolate void.
The realm of unexplained alien sightings is a fascinating mix of reported experiences that we should not ignore. The Kecksburg Incident, 1965. A mysterious object crashed near Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. Eyewitness accounts describe a football-shaped object with hieroglyphic-like markings. The U.S. military recovered the object, but its nature remains classified. Next, we have the O'Hare Airport UFO Incident, 2006. Several United Airlines pilots reported seeing a large, white, egg-shaped object near O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. On November 7, 2006, A remarkable UFO sighting occurred at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. Multiple United Airlines employees, including experienced pilots, reported seeing a large, white, egg-shaped object hovering above the airport. The object was described as silently floating, seemingly defying gravity. The incident gained significant media attention and sparked widespread interest in the UFO community. Many witnesses, including air traffic controllers, maintenance workers, and airline personnel, corroborated the sighting. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, initially dismissed the incident as a potential weather phenomenon, but the persistence of multiple credible eyewitness accounts fueled speculation. The Roswell incident, arguably the most famous UFO case in history, unfolded in the summer of 1947 near Roswell, New Mexico. The initial spark was ignited on July 8, 1947, when the Roswell Army Airfield RAAF issued a press release announcing the recovery of a flying disc from a ranch near Roswell. This declaration sent shockwaves through the public, igniting fervent speculation about extraterrestrial life. However, the narrative took a dramatic turn within days. On July 9th, the military issued a revised statement, reclassifying the recovered debris as a weather balloon. This swift retraction fueled even more intrigue, as many believed it was a cover-up to conceal the true nature of the incident. The recovered debris, consisting of metallic and rubber fragments, was initially examined by Major Jesse Marcel, an intelligence officer from the RAAF. Marcel's initial assessment, shared with the Roswell Daily Record, fueled the belief that the debris was of extraterrestrial origin. However, subsequent investigations by the military concluded that the materials were consistent with a weather balloon. The weather balloon explanation, while official, has never fully satisfied skeptics and UFO enthusiasts. The Roswell incident remains a captivating enigma, with persistent rumors of alien involvement and a crashed spacecraft. Decades later, the event continues to spark intense debate and speculation, fueling the enduring fascination with the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Next up, we have the Phoenix Lights. On March 13, 1997, the skies above Arizona were illuminated by a series of mysterious lights, sparking a wave of intrigue and speculation that continues to this day. The Phoenix Lights, as they became known, were observed by thousands of witnesses across the state, from Nevada to Tucson. The most prominent sighting involved a V-shaped formation of lights that moved slowly across the sky. This formation was followed by a series of stationary lights that hovered near the Sierra Estrella Mountains. The lights were described as large, glowing orbs that emitted a steady reddish hue. The incident immediately captured the public's imagination, with many speculating that the lights were of extraterrestrial origin. News outlets reported on the sightings, and the event quickly became a national sensation. Even Arizona's then-governor, Fife Symington, publicly acknowledged the event and expressed his curiosity about the nature of the lights. While various explanations have been proposed over the years, none have definitively accounted for all aspects of the phenomenon. Some theories suggest that the lights were flares dropped by military aircraft, while others point to atmospheric phenomena or misidentified celestial objects. However, many witnesses and UFO enthusiasts remain unconvinced by these explanations, maintaining that the Phoenix Lights remain an unexplained mystery. Now we have the Kenneth Arnold sighting. On June 24, 1947, Kenneth Arnold, a seasoned pilot, was flying near Mount Rainier, Washington, when he witnessed a series of 9 mysterious objects moving at incredible speeds. Arnold described them as saucer-shaped, moving with a motion similar to a saucer skipping across water. This vivid description, when reported to the press, popularized the term flying saucer and ignited a wave of public interest in unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Arnold's sighting was the first widely publicized UFO incident of the modern era. It sparked a frenzy of UFO reports across the United States and around the world. The mysterious nature of the objects, coupled with Arnold's credibility as a pilot, fueled speculation about extraterrestrial life and advanced technology. In the decades since, the Kenneth Arnold sighting has remained a cornerstone of UFO lore. While some have suggested that Arnold may have misinterpreted natural phenomena or misidentified conventional aircraft, the enduring fascination with his account underscores the enduring human curiosity about the unknown. The term flying saucer, coined in the wake of Arnold's sighting, has become synonymous with UFOs, a testament to the enduring impact of this historic event. Now we have the Rendlesham Forest incident, often dubbed Britain's Roswell, is one of the most intriguing and well-documented UFO cases in history. It unfolded over several nights in December 1980 near RAF Woodbridge and RAF Bentwaters, two U.S. Air Force bases in Suffolk, England. The incident began on December 26th when several airmen reported observing strange lights in the nearby Rendlesham Forest. These lights were described as pulsating and changing colors, moving erratically through the trees. Some witnesses even claimed to have seen a physical object, a triangular craft with lights on its corners. The most compelling testimony came from Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, the deputy base commander at RAF Woodbridge. Halt led a team of investigators into the forest to examine the strange lights. He reported seeing a glowing object hovering above the trees, emitting a beam of light that scanned the surrounding area. Halt and his team claimed to have taken radiation readings in the area, which were significantly higher than normal. The following night, more sightings were reported, further intensifying the mystery. The incident drew significant media attention and sparked intense debate among UFO enthusiasts and skeptics. While some dismissed the event as a case of misidentification or mass hysteria, others believed it to be genuine evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. Despite numerous investigations and analyses, the Rendlesham Forest incident remains shrouded in mystery. The official explanation from the British Ministry of Defense attributed the sightings to a navigational light from a passing aircraft. However, this explanation has been widely criticized by many who believe it fails to account for the numerous eyewitness testimonies and physical evidence. The incident continues to fascinate and intrigue, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and theories. It serves as a reminder of the enduring human fascination with the unknown and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. From there, let's talk about the Hudson Valley UFO wave. This was a series of sightings that occurred between 1982 and 1986 in the Hudson Valley region of New York State, and remains one of the most intriguing and well-documented UFO cases in history. The sightings began in 1982 and continued for several years, with thousands of people reporting encounters with large V-shaped objects adorned with bright lights. These objects were often described as silent and capable of rapid acceleration and deceleration. What made this wave of sightings particularly notable was the high number of credible witnesses, including police officers, airline pilots, and other professionals. One of the most famous incidents occurred on March 24, 1983, when over 300 people reported seeing a V-shaped craft hovering silently over the Hudson Valley. This event, dubbed the Westchester Boomerang, gained significant media attention and sparked widespread interest in the phenomenon. Despite the numerous eyewitness accounts and radar data that appeared to corroborate the sightings, no definitive explanation has ever been offered. The U.S. Air Force investigated the incidents, but concluded that there was no evidence of extraterrestrial activity. However, many people remain convinced that the Hudson Valley UFO wave was a genuine encounter with something extraordinary.
The Brazilian Roswell incident, known as the Varinga case, has resurfaced, igniting intrigue and sparking rumors of potential creature footage. So back in 1996, this incident garnered global attention, featuring a UFO crash, an alleged extraterrestrial encounter, and a subsequent military cover-up, despite official government denials. It's every UFO expert and alien lover's dream. It also sounded like science fiction. To be technical, on January 13th of 1996, the United States Air Force took down a UFO, an unidentified flying object, which crashed 6 miles from a medium-sized town in southeastern Brazil. And this enigma remains one of Brazil's most famous UFO cases, drawing a lot of UFO tourism to the area. So witnesses recounted a bizarre event on that day, when a strange cigar-shaped object crashed down. Locals observed its gradual descent, describing it as resembling a struggling washing machine. Now, this incident was followed by the arrival of military personnel who quickly cordoned off the area. Now, subsequently, a group of 3 girls claimed to have encountered a strange creature with brown, oily skin, V-shaped feet, a large head, and huge red eyes. Now, the Brazilian military later was like, oh no, this creature is just a homeless guy covered in mud. But the witnesses were like, absolutely not. This creature eventually adopted the nickname the ET of the area, and it seemed to be wobbly, unsteady on its feet. The girls assumed it was injured or sick, so they fled. They told their mother they'd seen the devil, and yeah. Now, standing out in a different way was the creature's distinct odor. One ghastly inhale would weaken the knees. According to one of the witnesses, for 20 days they smelled its smell, and they couldn't stand it. They didn't know where it came from, they washed out their nose with everything they could think of, and it still stunk in there. As for the strange creature's demeanor, the women unanimously agreed. It was muddle-headed. When the creature wagged its big noggin dizzily in their direction, that's when they bolted. They recalled pretty well the creature's fearful expression and alien characteristics, leading them to believe with absolute certainty this is not a human, this is not an animal. Now, the mystery deepened when 2 military police officers reportedly captured the creature, only for one of them to suffer a fatal infection shortly afterwards. And by the way, the girls have not changed their testimony in the more than 25 years now that have passed since the events. So after everything touched down, rumors were spreading like wildfire. A lot of folks were like, yeah, no, we saw more UFOs before this. Later on, claims were made of additional unidentified creatures or extraterrestrial beings that were being collected and observed at a hospital. There were talks of military, police, and government trucks and personnel being really active in the area. There was an unidentified creature prowling a local forest. And then you add in that death that I mentioned earlier, and apparently there was also some unexplained animal deaths at the local zoo. UFO experts would later allege links between these and other claims, including the claim that one of the initial creature witnesses was allegedly impregnated by the creature. So going back to the military stuff, apparently 6 miles away from the crash site, the military set up quite a blockade in a residential neighborhood. Now, sources say the local fire department, which is under the control of the military police, they captured one of the creatures in the morning, and then another officer captured a second near where the 3 girls had seen it that afternoon. A lot of folks were like, okay, well, I saw something. There was that cigar-shaped flying object. There was all these troops, and there was a lot of activity going on at the hospital. So when you add in all the UFO experts that were coming onto the scene, and of course the media, and the residents were like, look, 2 + 2 = 4. An official inquiry led by the Brazilian military concluded in 2010 that allegedly the woman had just encountered this homeless, mentally unstable man named Mudinho. The commander of the 24th Police Battalion military presented photographs of this citizen. They were like, yeah, no, they're not great, but they said, no, they're not great mentally, the physical characteristics match the description, and they said, like, look, maybe because this person was covered in dirt and then they were crouching, the 3 terrified girls just thought they were a space creature. And the head of the official inquiry also reported that the military trucks and personnel were performing just routine duties in the area. They're like, oh, this is just periodic maintenance. It just, normal that we set up random blockades in residential neighborhoods after people see this random homeless man that looks kind of weird. This was incorrectly interpreted as firefighters in the military and capture and whatnot. Just routine stuff. Skeptic Brian Dunning criticized the sensationalized media accounts and the claims. According to Brian, it is the most compelling example of a case where literally nothing at all happened that was remotely unusual, and it was magnified into a case that was considered, proof, absolute proof of alien visitation by many. And he's like, look, to those believers, I would suggest recalibrating where you set the bar for quality of evidence. Well, sir, I've talked about a lot of alien stories, and this one seems pretty real. There was a young woman named Nilda who said, for extraterrestrials, they may not be much, but they're the biggest thing we've had around here. She said, look, had the armed forces not interfered, maybe the locals might have, helped out the visitors, taught them local language, integrated them into the community. But Nilda said that the extraterrestrials never had a chance. Her anger at the military's alleged inhospitality actually sparked a tiff with her boyfriend, who was in the military. She claims that to some extent, the army was paying for their past sins. So during an oppressive 20-year dictatorship ending in 1985, the Brazilian military eliminated a number of earthbound political enemies by disappearing them. So in her mind, if the army was capable of liquidating human beings without a trace, why couldn't it carry such a dirty war to outer space? So, at the army base near Varinga, an inquiry concerning the extraterrestrials was received by a private, who turned it over to a sergeant, who then passed it to a major, who then sent it back down to another sergeant, who handed it over to Captain Eduardo Calza. And he's like, you know, I used to get calls about the base talent show, not this. Now, Captain Calza says he can't vouch for what the 3 witnesses saw, but the activity on the base that fateful weekend was, according to him, anything but otherworldly. New inductees to a sergeant's training school went on parade, a truck convoy was driven to the repair shop. Now, at the town hospital, trucks delivered new cardiovascular equipment and, wait for this folks, an ambulance dropped off an exhumed corpse. But he's like, no, it was a human body. Now, bring in Vittorio Peccaccini, a UFO investigator who said, yeah, sure, tell us another story. Based upon interviews with witnesses, Mr. Peccaccini has pieced together what he considers to be a more plausible reconstruction of those events. He believes that a small alien craft on an unknown mission over the area crashed near city limits, sending its crew of smelly, spaced-out extraterrestrials, meandering about the town. And then, military squads in camouflage fatigues hunted down the visitors, poked and prodded the corpses at the municipal hospital. Now, the alleged proof that he has are videotaped statements by 2 young men in civilian clothes who claim to be members of the military detail that disposed of the alien visitors. Now, it is impossible to determine the tape's authenticity because, and rightfully so, Mr. Peccaccini won't reveal the men's names. Why? Well, they're in fear for their lives. So yes, technically there is a bit of a lack of physical evidence, unless you count descriptions of a paw print seen by one witness. And apparently it resembles like what a human hand would look like with the palm flat and a space opened up between the ring and pinky fingers, so right about here, and the other 3 digits. Look, it kind of looks kind of Star Trek-y, but work with me here. There was a documentary that happened recently, Moment of Contact, and it reignited a lot of interest in the case. It featured interviews with witnesses and an anonymous whistleblower known as Military X, and they claimed to have been involved in transporting the creature's body to the ESA Army base. And his description of the creature's oily skin and the foot only added to our evidence. There was a college professor, an amateur pilot, Carlos de Sousa, said he witnessed the crash on that very day. He described the spacecraft as the size of a school bus, but shaped like a submarine, with white smoke leaking out of a gash in the back. Once again, he's comparing it to a malfunctioning washing machine, rocking and jerking about in the sky. So when he ran to the site of the crash, he saw pieces of metal, like thin aluminum foil, spread across the field. He picked up a piece of it, crumpled it in his hand, and then let it go. And at that point, it actually returned to its original shape. Immediately afterwards, the military showed up, and they were like, okay, you, get out of here. They were ordering him away with... I'm just saying,